Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? This is my first live stream on YouTube for quite some time, so I had to sort of get it all sorted out again. I'm so used to Twitch now, I kind of just assumed it was going to be pretty much straight out of the box. But can I be heard is the big question. I'm seeing a yes. Is that for me? Oh my God. I tell you what, the delay on YouTube seems to be pretty long, actually. It seems to be as long as, yeah. If not longer than Twitch. Right, I think I got everything set up and ready to go. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me. How many people do we have? I don't quite... 80 people. That should be manageable, shouldn't it? That should be manageable. This is just a bit of an informal, I don't know, chat, heads up, fact-finding mission, basically. The Dutch Star 001, I don't hear a thing. Okay. Someone says they got an echo? No? Hope not. First question, are you okay or did you have to crawl out of bed to get here? No, I'm fine. Well, fine. I think I'm mostly recovered. We're still not totally sure whether it's chickenpox and whether I'm going to get the spots or not, but at the moment it's looking like not. So it's looking like it was influenza. So I didn't get chickenpox from my son, I got influenza from my daughter. So there you go. So no, things are getting better. I've posted a Fallout New Vegas today. I'm getting dinged. Let me turn that off. I've got a mod organizer video ready to upload as soon as I finish this. So it will be ready for tomorrow. And I've already just started working a little bit on the Skyrim series. Finishing off the load order issues, moving Richard to his home and preparing some video shots and that type of thing. Getting the performance back, because I have noticed since I transferred over to Mod Organizer, my performance was a little lower, but it was nothing to do with Mod Organizer. It was everything to do with the fact that I'd reset my INI files. So, went offline. Yeah, sometimes you might have to restart your browser if it goes offline. But yeah, the delay seems to be pretty huge now. And they seem to be making some effort, does YouTube. There is now the option to have moderators. I can actually assign moderators, which for this particular stream is not particularly important. Of course, big apology to any of my German patrons who are not watching this live now, but may be watching this recorded later on because it's not available in Germany because of YouTube. Why? Well, because YouTube. And I do apologize for that. I'm trying to find some other alternative that could still be private. Someone suggested Google Hangouts, and I've no idea what they are. So if they are like live streaming via Google and they will stream to Germany, then yes, I could do that next time. People are complaining the sound has gone again. People are complaining the sound has gone again. Yeah, is it the volume of me, or is it the sound of? The sound just died. How could the sound die? Really? You still have sound. Well, YouTube is failing tonight, isn't it? So you just have to keep reloading. Well, that really, 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 really does... How about I put some music on? Perhaps a little bit of music will settle things down. Might be a little loud. I'll turn it down a little bit more. Tell me if the music's too loud. It's probably going to get a little loud. So anyway, the sound went just for a moment or two. It seems to be YouTube, definitely. Dear, oh dear. And some people are having no problem. This is why we stream on Twitch, isn't it? Grantus says, I know what is wrong. Well, there you go. Anyway. So, right. So what am I doing in this stream specifically? I'm trying to get some feedback. I mean, first of all, it's a big thank you to all of you guys because, of course, you guys are the people who are supporting me very directly, as in pledging money to me. And that means a lot to me and does help out quite a lot. I still haven't quite got my finger on the pulse of what is happening. I'm still seeing them all. So anyway, so you know, it's the situation goes up and it goes down, and trying to get my handle on it is not that easy. So it's definitely a big help with you guys pledging. This is why we can't have nice things, YouTube. Oh dear. Oh, sometimes when you're typing and press space, the video will pause. Oh God, do you think it's the comment section? It's the comment section. You type in, suddenly the sound stops because you've paused the video. That would be amusing. We'll find a better solution for this, because this is pretty awful. So what was I saying? I had a point. I did have a point. Believe it or not. Thanking you. Money goes up. Yeah, so I had some good news recently. I don't know if you guys remember, several months ago, I got basically the tax office told me I was going to have to pay over 50% tax, and I said, duh! And so I contested it, and I finally got an answer 2 days ago. And the answer was no, we've made a small mistake and they've readjusted it. I mean, I'm still paying over 40%, which is normal here in Norway. So the tax rate here is 40+% for most people. But as you can imagine, jumping from, say, 40% to 52, 53%, that's a huge deal. That's instead of bringing home 60% of your income, you're bringing home less than 50 of it. And it made a huge difference, actually. So that was some good news. So things have eased up a little there. And people are toasting. It's the space. Don't press space. Don't press space. If you press space, you won't be able to hear me. Hey, Ventic, how are you doing? That's my stealth meister. I swear the chat's talking to each other more than they're talking to me. So... And the delay is massive. The delay is massive. The delay is insane. I almost have to stop looking at the chat because it's like having a time machine conversation. So, yeah. You guys are just hearing about my tax issues. That was ages ago. So, I'm completely, honestly, every time I read the chat, because it takes me back about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm having massive problems staying on target here. Not that I have great success doing that at the best of times. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I don't mind paying the high tax. Standard of living here is pretty good, and of course, you get very good services here. I've got no complaints, especially since I'm a guest in their country. Don't complain if you're a guest in their country is my motto, and the place is a brilliant place to live. So, whilst as an Englishman, it took a lot of getting used to the insanely high tax. It really did take a huge amount of getting used to. But hey, they've made it work. Can't argue with results, so there you go. Ignore chat, just keep talking, says STVLY. Yes, says I, not doing it. Oh dear. So anyway, yeah, things are going reasonably well. My prognosis is when I originally started the Patreon account, I can tell you now my subscriber increase was going down and my views were going down every month. I was losing about 7 or 8% views per month, which is obviously an indication that things are going to go down. But then in summertime, they rocketed back up again. And now they're on the way down again. So it's difficult to know if it's something I'm doing or, my videos are just getting, to the point where people aren't interested in Skyrim, for example, or if it's just seasonal, or both. Because, of course, it could be both. So there you go. I thought we were not talking about your personal life. We're not talking about within reason. Within reason, we're not talking about my personal life. I will not be giving you a face cam, and I will not be telling you if I have a beard or not, because irrelevant. And as I've said, it can depend whether I shave or not. You get distracted again. Look to the chat. Don't do it. Don't do it. Any news about the website upgrade? Yeah, I'm chatting to one guy that I've been chatting to for quite some time. And we've just got to get together now and hammer out the details. I got a lot of offers, and I'm trying to reply to everyone at some point and thank them. But I've decided to go with a guy. I've kind of had a conversation going with him for several months, and he made an offer that was quite detailed. So it was easier. There you go. But I need to get my behind in gear and get that sorted, because I believe the website is about to drop off the face of the planet any day now, I believe. In fact, I'm surprised it hasn't done so already. I have a feeling GoDaddy might give you a little bit of leeway and say, do you realise that you've stopped paying? To which I'll be going, yes. So there you go. Long-term LPs will naturally decrease over time. Yeah, here's the odd thing, though. Some of my LPs are still doing quite well. The Steve Let's Play still brings in views, believe it. Not a huge amount, but they still bring in views. So it does seem to be quite seasonal, and that's just to be expected. I'm also thinking it is related to the game. So, for example, I think it's reasonably okay to expect that when Fallout 4 comes out, I'll probably have some tutorials for Fallout 4, and my view count will probably spike and then drop again. So, and then of course there'll be in a few years Elder Scrolls 6, and the same thing will happen. There'll be certain types of games where I will spike, and the idea is to just ride the wave a little, and then as it calms down, just keep the momentum going, and then get ready for the next wave type thing. So, Ventic has not watched Steve. You've not watched the Steve Let's Play? Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out. I miss that character. When I go back and look at those videos, though, the only thing I wish I'd bought the decent microphone back then. So, I bet if you started Jack on Old World Blues, you'd see a big jump in views because everyone loves OWB. Nicely tried. That was a nice try to get me to do that DLC, isn't it? Right? Isn't it? Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm planning on doing that. That is my favourite DLC, probably of all DLCs ever. I think it was an absolute classic DLC. The actual area was a bit boring. The story was good, but not the best. But the humor, the interaction, the characters was just absolutely perfect. So OWB will be happening. Newer games will give you a spike in general. Maybe they will, Modelland, maybe they will. But the question there for me is, I've got to balance trying to get new views against doing what I want to do, and B, what I suspect my hardcore subscribers, which is, let's face it, you guys, are interested in. I mean, yeah, I could jump on the bandwagon for every new game and try and ride it for everything it's got, but honestly, that is not my style. That's just not what I do. Here's what I do. I find a game I love and I play it to death. Payday 2 is currently one of those games. Borderlands 2 was one of those games. And that is my nature. And I always think it's better to follow your nature. And if you don't succeed doing what comes naturally to you, doing what you want to do, at least you failed doing something you love. If you try to do something that you don't really love and you fail, then you never know. Maybe you should have done it the other way around. I suspect a lot of the people that follow my Let's Plays on Skyrim aren't interested in the latest games. I mean, I'm sure some of them are interested in things like Witcher and things like that, but it's let's face it, my Let's Plays are not so much about the game in the end. I mean, occasionally either my Stalker one was, and of course that's a hugely old game. Dragon Age and Mass Effect. We'll talk about that. I tell you what, right? But seeing as we're heading in that direction now, I've prepared a couple of questions. I have prepared a couple of, believe it or not. Did I mention there was a test? Oh dear, you should have prepared. You should have prepared. So let's see if I have got. Yes, there we go. I am curious. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put out a series of straw polls for you guys to answer. I'm going to leave this video unlisted for about a day and a half, 2 days, so that the people who missed it can come and watch, and you'll give me some feedback as to what it is you guys want. I will then take down the numbers from these straw polls, and I will then open the video up to the general public, and I'm curious, is there a difference between what, the patrons, the hardcore subscribers want, and the more general subscribers? So, is there homework? There may well be homework. Of course, the videos that got me on the map were the tutorials. Those were the ones that got me on the map. The ones that kept me on the map were the mod showcases. But I'm now known more as a Let's Player, which is odd for me because I still don't feel like a Let's Player. I still feel more like a tutorial mod maker type video maker, but there you go. Of course, there are now live streams, and there are things like Skyrim books. Now, for this one, I'm going to allow multiple choices. You can choose which you want. Are there any others that I've forgotten? Is there anything I've forgotten here that's... Well, we'll cover the types of games in a little while. Community events. What's community events? You predict statistically there may be no difference between Patreon and public preferences. There might not. I mean, here's the thing, because the people who watch this type of video are very probably of similar mind to the patrons. There are probably a lot of people who watch some of my Skyrim mod Sanctuary videos who never watch any other type of video, won't watch this video, and therefore won't vote on it. But obviously they would probably prefer the mod showcases. So... There you go. Random ramblings. I think random ramblings are not something I really, you know, rants and rambles and stuff like this. When I play with subs, well, that's more my live streams, and that's more my something I do in my free time, because it's kind of difficult to do that during work hours, isn't it, really? You know, I mean, go off and play with the subs on a Sunday evening maybe, or a Friday evening, but I can't really do that on a Thursday afternoon because you guys will be at work or at school, most of you. So we're probably just a subset with disposable income. That's an awful way of describing yourself, isn't it? Oh dear, Dishonored, a new playthrough would be awesome. Right, well, let's talk about different types of games. So this is going to be the first poll, and I will put links in this video. Probably I'll update the description. For now, if you want to create a poll, what I will do right now is I will. Will it let me post links, do you think? Is it going to let me post links? No, I can't put links. Can you believe this? I can't put links in my own... all right. Can I edit the description? All right. Poll 1. Okay, poll 1. Hey, I'm adding it to the description of the stream. So if you refresh the stream, you'll get poll 1. And there we go. Now the second one is kind of related. The second one is kind of related, and it goes to which videos you'd rather see more of. So, for example, you know, I mean, if you like my tutorials, my Let's Plays, my, you know, mod showcases, and you like them all, but what you'd really like to see is more tutorials, pick one on this. So this is going to be a single. This is going to be a single question. I'm going to put that in the link as well. I can't believe I can't. I mean, you can probably, if you're watching in high enough quality, you can probably... You can probably pick up from just looking at the screen what the URL is. However, I put them down. Let's have a look at the original one. Let's Plays seems to be pretty popular across, pretty even across the board. More Let's Plays, more tutorials. Right, and then the next question, already close to 200 votes. The first one could be 200 votes because, of course, there are 80 people watching and you can select multiple options. So technically, there could be up to 400 votes. So, what sort of games do you enjoy watching? I started out on, obviously, Fallout 3 so that would be post-apocalyptic / sci-fi, I guess. I'm going to allow this to be multiple. But I probably got more viewers because of the fantasy, because of Skyrim. Had to think what the name of it was for a second. The one that came as a big surprise to me, of course, was I did a horror Let's Play as a dare, and that was really popular. Not massively popular compared to, say, Skyrim, but I thought it was going to get like 400 views and on the first video, and then like 3 on everyone after that. So but it didn't. Horror became something that people quite liked, and I really did enjoy playing. I really did. The Amnesia playthrough, especially the first one, that was terrifying. Outlast and the Outlast DLC, very, 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 very good. So, you know, would people like to see, you know, do people enjoy watching that? What other types of games are there that would suit me? I mean, there are FPS games, but I'm thinking that's for my live streams. Yeah, I've got post-apocalyptic slash survival. Action. I suppose action is an option. I mean, Payday 2 is an action game. I just can't see that being something... The horror series are the only ones you don't watch. You should try them. You can't put links in the comments, I'm afraid. I tell you what. I could put... RPG. Right, but I mean, RPG... Roleplay DayZ. I probably wouldn't roleplay DayZ, but I'd play DayZ, definitely. That's more of a sort of post-apocalyptic survival game. Is Sky Oblivion done or close yet? Nowhere near. I think Skywind will come out first. Most games aren't just one thing. No, they're not. So, you know, if you find something that's a sci-fi post-apocalyptic survival like Fallout 3, that comes under two classes. I'm just trying to get a feeling for what sort of people. This is going to be multiple choice. You can click all if you like. Stealth games, of course. Stealth games, yes. There's a few new stealth games coming out. There's a top-down, a third-person stealth game that I've been looking at. Wasteland 2 classified. Wasteland 2 would be a post-apocalyptic sci-fi survival, I guess. So, yes. Stealth. Well, I'm trying to think what else. What you don't enjoy watching. Oh, that's a good question, isn't it? That's your good question. Are you limiting your Let's Plays to PC only? Yes, because that's all I have. I finished Mark the Ninja a few times. Really enjoyed that. Is Mark the Ninja something that goes well on on a Let's Play basis? I've seen some games that would work because they were less action oriented. Fallout 1 and 2 possibly. So, what category would XCOM fit into? Okay, what would XCOM be? Strategy. What do we call those? Strategy, tactical type games. What else? It's almost like a sim type game as well, isn't it? XCOM. When XCOM, the original, came out, it was a bit of a gamble. A lot of people said that type of game could never exist because XCOM is actually base management, RTS. There was a whole heap of things it's actually... Hello, Cherub. Mark of the Ninja is great for Let's Plays. How interesting. Somebody send the PS4 so we can play PT and we can laugh at him. I have not played Hearthstone, no. Take it you won't still play Ubisoft. I might. Ubisoft seems to have changed their tune quite a bit. Ubisoft seems to have recognised that their DRM system is not working and, if anything, harming them. I think they've got the message. Puzzle games. Invisible looks like an option. Right. Oh, God. Invisible Ink looks very like a stealth retrofit of XCOM. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. That's the one I was thinking. System Shock 2, one of the greatest games. That is actually a really, really good option. Yeah. Whoa. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's Uplay is still there, and it's still. Yeah, I know it is. I know it is. Sims 4. Sims 4. Yes, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Guitar Hero, not happening. So. Oh, really? I'm trying to log into Origin now so I can see the games I've got on Origin. Because believe it or not, I've got a couple of Origin games as well. Not Sims, please. No. Give me a second. Oh, somebody on Tale of Two Wastelands just sent me a long message. I'll have to read that later. Okay, Origin. I'm going to log in if I can remember my Origin. Let's see. All right, let's hope I've got this. Yay! Excellent. Sorry about that. I was logging in as Origin. So I really, if ever, have Origin open unless I need to play one of the Origin games I've got. I'm just opening them up so I've got a view of all the games I actually have. I did have Uplay installed. Do I still have it? Yes, I do. Let's run Uplay. Ooh. Let's let you see what I'm doing actually whilst. I'm opening my Uplay and my. So there you go. Right. So I think the space thing is so annoying. I opened the chat in another window. Right. Yeah. Simulators. All right, simulators. That does that. Right. So, okay, so simulator. All right. Let's leave that there then. Let's leave that. That's one hell of a poll. That's one hell of a poll. And let's add that to the description. Now, I actually have a lot of games that I've never played, and some games that I've played that I think you guys would probably want me to play. Good grief, that's going to be one hell of a thing, isn't it, to look at. Right, where was the chat gone? I've lost my chat. Too many things. Anything other than Steam needs to be destroyed. Well, I don't agree with that, mostly because I think it's good that Steam has competition. It's just unfortunate that currently Steam has no competition. I mean, it is just so much better than everything else that it utterly destroys the competition. Excuse me, I'm swallowing at you. I'm drinking cold coffee. I'm going to stop doing that. That's horrible. Oh, God. Frozen Synapse is a good one. Okay. Right. So, I tell you what. Here's the thing, right? I've got a lot of games that I know I want to play, and I'm probably going to play games I want to play rather than ones you vote for. So if I put up some sort of a vote for games you like, it's more to find out information just in case I've got two choices that are pretty similar to me and I'm like, oh, I could play X or I could play Y, but then one of them is one that you guys prefer. But I just want to set it up right now that if I do put a poll up asking for which games you would prefer, it will still be within my sphere to say no. Right. So okay, right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close the poll. I'm going to add another poll later on, but it's going to take a while because what we're going to do is we're going to add all the games I got. Okay, games, Watch Dogs. All I've got is Watch. Raju Valens. Is that Valens? Is that you? Is that you? Asteria Valens. Is that you? Sorry if I've just made you public. It probably is, isn't it? White Reaper wants to be your friend. Zemet. I don't know any. I don't recognize these names. I'm gonna take a wild stab and say that's Valens and accept that for now. Okay, so I've got Watch Dogs. We're not doing that, right? So Dead Space download. No, stop it. What do I have? Dead Space 2 I've played Dead Space 1, Dead Space 2. Somebody, can't remember who, bought me Dead Space 3. Dead Space 3. Now, for those of you that don't know, that is a sci-fi horror. Dead Space 1 and 2 were quite scary, actually. They're very atmospheric, very well done. They're action games. They are action games. There is some sort of progression in equipment as you go through it, but it's not an RPG. Ignore Uplay. Yeah, okay. Would people actually like me to see Dead Space 1? Because I can't remember. I could barely remember Dead Space 1 and 2. The one thing I do remember about the Dead Space series is the interface was a tiny bit annoying. It wasn't. It didn't feel good. It reminded me in a way of Mass Effect. Mass Effect has, which is one of my favorite games ever, still has a bit of what I consider clunky user interface. So anyway, yes, we've got Dead Space 3 and obviously Mass Effect. Thing is I've not played Dead Space 3, so I'm going to play it at some point. I'm probably going to play it some point. However, is this one of those things of if I'm going to play it and do a let's play of it, I should really do 1 and 2 first? Because otherwise people will be confused as hell. It's not a difficult story to pick up halfway through. So, all right, so there you go. So I've got those. Right. And on Steam, we have Banished. Somebody bought me Banished. This is a city building strategy game. Interesting. Somebody bought me this. So there you go. The Banner Saga, which, I mean, I don't even know what. Oh, right, yes, that's right. This is the one where you play Vikings. It's your strategic choices directly affect your personal journey. I think it's an RPG. It's turn-based. So somebody bought me this. I'm looking at it. Right, I've got Bioshock 1 and 2. Bioshock 1 and 2. Now, Bioshock 1, I played about halfway through, and I was kind of enjoying it. But again, it's one of those things that it didn't grab me totally at the time, and I had a lot of other things to do, so probably fell by the wayside when another game came out. But it's one of those games I've always wanted to go back. And, okay, Banished is pretty good. Banner Saga is part of a trilogy. Banished would be a better stream game. That's what I was thinking, actually. I was thinking that's got stream written all over it. But anyway, back to Bioshock. Bioshock is one of those games that I really sort of want to go and revisit. I always loved the idea, and I loved the style. So that's one of the things that might well happen. Borderlands 2 obviously is not going to happen. I've played that way too much. I only played Bioshock halfway through. Yes, it's kind of like The Witcher in that. It probably just hit at a bad time when I had too many things to do. So it's just that creation kit. Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. I tell you what, there's a side of me quite fancies playing the original Deus Ex. I don't know if you guys have played that. I actually have that. I have a gift version of that. I could gift that to someone. Maybe I should do some sort of competition sometime and gift somebody Deus Ex, the original. Because that is an awesome game. The original Deus Ex is just superb. Very dated engine. Really, really dated engine. So, you know, basically square heads. But it's still brilliant. The only downside with to Deus Ex is the stealth system was a bit meh. Trying to do non-lethal takedowns was not easy. Deus Ex 1. Yeah, Deus Ex Human Revolution was very, very good. Very good. I still prefer Deus Ex 1, but I thought Deus Ex Human Revolution was very well done. I didn't like the fact that it seemed to be a very unoptimized port. So, you know. Dishonored! Now, Dishonored, I did a Let's Play, but it was more of a challenge. I never expected people to really get into the game. It was a challenge to see if I could do it without using any powers. And I got 24 episodes in and couldn't. And a lot of people have asked me to revisit it and finish the Let's Play, but I can barely remember what was going on. So it would be a little strange to jump back into Dishonored and try and finish it off. I might. Maybe what I'll do is watch the last 4 or 5 episodes of myself playing and then try and get back into the game and finish it off by using a couple of the powers. I mean, Dishonored is one of those games that I think is a superb stealth game. Unfortunately, somewhat ruined by the fact that it is so easy, it's ridiculous. And to make it more interesting, I did try a don't use powers mode. Because if you don't use powers, Dishonored is actually a very, very good stealth game. It's much better than Thief. If you don't use the powers, it's a ridiculously good stealth experience, and it's a lot harder, a lot more challenging, and a lot more fun. So I really did enjoy Dishonored. Someone's saying give yourself a challenge like go through Deus Ex Human Revolution no killing playthrough. Already done that. I even managed to save Private. Oh, what was the pilot called? Malik, Private Malik, one of my earliest videos on my channel. One of the earliest videos I ever did on this channel. Oh, give me a second. I've got to try and find that. Yay, found it, my God. God, my microphone sucked. The chat seems to have stopped. So anyway, God, sorry, I'm having a bit of a nostalgia trip here. So you go and find it. It's one of my earliest ever videos. I was really weirded out by the fact that the chat all just completely stopped for a minute or so. So yeah, no, I mean, doing Human Revolution Pacifist, I've already done, so it wouldn't be much of a challenge. And to be honest with you, I think Human Revolution done without trying to arbitrarily not kill people is actually more fun. I think it's actually more fun. So, you know, killing some people and saving others is actually much more fun. So you were actually watching it. And one of the problems with that video actually is I had to use fraps to record it. And my God, did it stutter with fraps. So... So they go, yeah, no, maybe Deus Ex. This could be one of those things. Don't Starve. I really would like to play that again. Fable the Lost Chapters. Somebody bought me Fable the Lost Chapters. RPG. Never really played it. Believe it or not, 83 Metacritic score. Yeah, people love this game. Now, I never played it. Yeah, there you go, Fable. Yeah. Not sure about that. Fistful of Frags. NAFNAF keeps trying to convince me to play this as well. It's one of the ones I've had uploaded on. I'm going to try Fistful of Frags, but that's another live stream thing. The Forest. Somebody bought me The Forest. I believe it was Lone Wolf. The Forest. This is a horror survival. Ooh. Yeah. It's early access, so I'm probably not going to start playing it. I try to avoid early access games. I've also been told that when it comes out of early access, it will have multiplayer, and myself and Chairification are thinking of teaming up for that, seeing if we could survive together. Not sure if that's going to work out. Frozen Synapse. Somebody mentioned that. What is this? Strategy. Turn-based strategy genre. Okay. Live stream. Is this a live stream game? This looks like a live stream game. Somebody bought me this. Black and White. Oh, isn't Black and White the God game where you slap your pets? You slap them. You raise a monster or something. You'd slap him. Faster Than Light, Gaddy's Mod, Guns, Vickers Online, Interstellar Marines. That didn't get hugely good reviews, did it? Somebody bought me this, but it kind of got... Oh, it's early access. No, it's not the one I was thinking of. It's early access. I'm not going to use... Just Cause 2. Somebody bought me that. I got good reviews. Now, that's an action FPS, isn't it? That is an open world FPS type game, but it's third person. All right. Left 4 Dead. Right, now, here is something of major interest. Lichdom Battle Mage is now out of early access. It is now, I believe it is now full release, ready to go. Now, it looks like it's, well... I don't think... It's got RPG written in it, but honestly, it looks more like an action-type game than anything. So I'm wondering if this is a Let's Play or a stream. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, so, I mean, I think it looks very interesting, but... I have a feeling it's not going to be... I mean, it might be massively story-driven for all I know, but it looks more action-driven for anything. So... It's an action, not an RPG. Right. First-person caster. That's kind of what I thought. It just didn't look like an RPG, really. So... Are things like this Let's Play material? I mean, I don't really know whether that is it. The reason I ask that is very often in the RPG things you get, although there's quite a lot of repetitive combat, it doesn't feel as repetitive as, say, in action games. Action games like this, and even things like Dark Souls, there does feel like not stream, but not convinced for LP. Oh, okay. Bit like Dark Messiah. Oh, right. Well, Dark Messiah I enjoyed. And Dark Messiah, I have got to tell you, I think would make a good Let's Play. I think Dark Messiah's story was great. I really, really, really liked Dark Messiah's story. Oh, it's on alphabetical order. I haven't got it on my list here. Dragon Age, of course. I have got Dragon Age Origins, and I played it 5 or 6 times through. So Gopher and Robas playing the co-op game would win the interwebs. Okay. Yeah, Dragon Age. I am tempted to do a Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins. I've never played Dragon Age 2. I got Origins and I got the DLC expansion pack for it, although I never played it, believe it or not. Even though I played Dragon Age Origins for, you know, I think 5 times through or something. I really enjoyed the Origins. Dark Age 2, I heard got hated on, but, you know. And of course, Dragon Age Inquisition's coming out, so I will be playing that. If I play that, is it something that probably I should have played the Origins first? So, right, okay. Well, I'll think about that. I will think about that then, because I'm, you know. Then there is Miasmata, which looks like a stream. This looks like a stream. It's a survival game. It looks more like something to stream, and it is no longer early access, so I may actually do that in a stream. Oh! We're at the M's. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. That I at the moment I'm thinking that's like 90% sure to come. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Should I play 1 and 2 before Inquisition? You've talked about Dragon Age. I've played them, but I guess what you mean is I should let's play them. Okay. Yeah, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I never did the DLC for 1, and I've not done any of the DLC for 3. So I'm thinking about buying the DLC for those 2 and doing a full Mass Effect Let's Play. Now, the problem with Mass Effect is you don't... Role-playing it is, you role-play Shepard. He has his own voice, he has his own lines, he has his own personality, and so it's not one of those roles where I will take over and do my thing. I will make decisions for him, but the Mass Effect is less about role-playing and more about experiencing the story, in my opinion. So, you know, I've played a few Renegade playthroughs of it, but I like the Paragon playthroughs on Mass Effect. I like a mixture, actually, both, you know, mixing them up. I don't usually go pure anything, but the whole story lends itself to a very heroic feel. It's to me, one of the greatest stories in gaming was the Mass Effect story, even with its fairly appalling ending. What a journey. So, right. So yeah, I mean, so that's the thing. As Sonia said, it's you know, some people like watching my characters in my Let's Plays. Jack, Steve, Will, and so on. Richard. You don't do that in Mass Effect. You don't do that. You play Shepard. There's no way around it. It really is. You know. I've played the female Shepard once. I wanted to see if it changed the story any. It didn't. I don't like the female Shepard as much as the male one. I think it was the voice more than anything. It's not that she's got a bad voice, but for some reason, probably because I played 3 or 4 playthroughs of Mass Effect 1 and then Mass Effect 2 with the male Shepard voice, it became the voice of Mass Effect for me. So, did I play the extended edition Mass Effect 3 engine? I believe I did. So, anyway, so there you go, Mass Effect. Keep that on the radar. Nether. Somebody bought me Nether. This is one that looked very interesting, but it got mangled by the critics. Critics did not like this at all. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. But I thought it looked really interesting. Nidhogg. Yeah. Live stream. Nidhogg is the epic award-winning fencing tug-of-war full of graceful acrobatics, clumsy stabs, in real life yelling and excitement may occur. In this ultimate 2-player showdown of fast-paced fencing and melee attacks, beware advantages in Nidhogg are often fleeting as new opponents continually spawn in your way. Okay, that's absolutely a stream option, isn't it? Okay. Nosgoth. Store page. Now this is free, wasn't it? This was actually free. Early access. Humans versus vampire in a brutal team versus PvP battles. Live stream. Outlast, Payday, Realms of Arcania, Blades of Destiny. RPG, turn-based RPG. And I don't know anything about it, but I've got that. That's on my list. Remember me. Remember me. Remember me. What is this? Neo Paris 2084. Oh, this one actually looked reasonably interesting, although I seem to remember it had a bad score. Yeah. Personal memories can now be digitized, bought, sold, and traded. The last remnants of privacy and intimacy have been swept away in what appears to be the logical progression of the explosive growth of social networks at the beginning of the 21st century. Okay, well, it's an interesting one. Risen. This is one of these names that constantly comes and hits me. And no, I've not played it. Open world RPG, gothic fantasy. There you go. How about the Arkham games? The Batman games. The Batman games. Honestly, the Batman games are one of those games that I have a love-hate relationship. I only ever played Arkham Asylum, and I loved everything except the boss fights. Couldn't stand the boss fights. Really hated the boss fights. Just not a lover of the boss fights. Risen 2, Dark Waters. Stalker. I've got Clear Sky. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. I'm taking a break from Stalker, but that is going to happen. I liked Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. Tales of Werewolves. Okay. Not sure. Not sure. I'm gonna. The thing is one of the good things about making this is all these comments you're writing here, and all the comments that people will add at the end after it's finished recording will give me some insight as to whether or not these games will be popular, as well as me setting up some sort of straw poll. The Ship is primarily a multiplayer online murder game with a unique set of game rules. The ship is owned by a mysterious Mr. X. As one of the many lucky recipients of a free ticket, you arrive on board the ship to find there is a catch to your luxury cruise. You are coerced into a brutal hunt to indulge Mr. X, I guess. Okay. Okay, that looks kind of interesting. That does look interesting. Does that live stream? That's a live stream, isn't it? It's multiplayer RPG stealth. That does look interesting, doesn't it? Okay. The ship tutorial. Silent Storm. Silent Storm from leading Russian developer Nival is a true 3D tactical turn-based role-playing game set against the backdrop of World War II. As the conflict rages in the front lines, you'll be leading a small multinational squad behind enemy lines to gather information and wreak havoc on the enemies while trying to thwart a mysterious new... Do you know what this reminds me of? Commandos. The original Commandos game. I believe it was called Commandos. I think it was called Commandos. Oddly enough, I quite like games like that. I do quite like games like that. That's the ship with the minions. Yeah, all right, we can have a look at the ship. We can have a look at the ship. Okay, right. Silent Storm. Is this good? Is this good? It's piqued my interest. Will you play Borderlands pre-sequel with subs? No. 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 And no, I will not play Borderlands game with anyone ever, ever again, ever in the history of ever, in the future of ever, 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 ever. Ever. You're probably detecting the remnants of bad experiences with multiplayer Borderlands. And if you are detecting correctly. Multiplayer, oh god, every time I've played Borderlands with friends, they ruin it. They ruin it. They destroy. Borderlands and Borderlands 2 are awesome games. Absolutely awe-inspiringly brilliant games. They're clever, they're funny, they have pretty good story, awesome dialogue, humor is just brilliant, the characters are, I love them, even the bad guys are lovable. I mean, Handsome Jack, I mean, he's just hilarious. It's an absolutely great game, it's full of action, a little repetitive, I guess, but it doesn't matter. It's great. It's absolutely awesome. But every time you play it with friends, you always get at least one guy who loots everything. Ninja loots everything. Not deliberately. He's not quite got the hang of it, and then he can never find anything in his bloody inventory and give you. Did you get anything? I don't know. I know. I sold some stuff. It had this legendary tag on it. What? And then you got the other guy that picks up 500 quests and tries to macro manage and do every one of them in an area at once. And he'll do like 5 quests in one area, and then he'll zone while you're midway through listening to the funny lines from quest number 2 that was triggered. You're trying to follow the story for quest number 2, and he suddenly just zones you all. He's just like, I want to know what's going on in this game. Just, oh my god. It's like some people play it as if it was a rush to the end. As if, no, just like all this quest done and maximizing and get my levels and get my trees and then I'm done. And then go, okay, what the hell was all that about? It's just, oh god, Borderlands. It's a brilliant. I've played Borderlands 2 15 times through. 15 times through by myself. I played a little bit when it first came out with my friends, and honestly, it wasn't until my second playthrough I really understood what was going on and totally got all the humor, and I just swore I was never going to do it again. Swore I was never going to do it again. So there you go. Those of you who've not played Borderlands or Borderlands 2, you should do it. You should play it. It's absolutely superb. I suppose if you played the game with people who are willing to play, listen to the story, kind of, you know, go along with the whole thing, listen to the characters and what they're saying. It's probably a great game. But, yeah. I'd be playing with people in a live stream. There'd be like three of the minions, and it'd be like, you know, there'd be some dialogue going on, and somebody would say something, and I'd be like hunting them down. So probably not a good idea. Anyway, that little rant aside. So you are being hunted. Sniper Elite and Sniper Elite V2. I think I have them for free. The Stanley Parable. Somebody bought me this. Everyone has told me I should play the Stanley Parable, and I know it was a big thing. It was really, really popular, and everyone jumped on the bandwagon. And I resisted the urge to jump on said bandwagon. But what I did was I paid absolutely no attention to what anyone was saying about it. All I know about the Stanley Parable is it's called the Stanley Parable. That's it. So I've deliberately gone out of my way, totally. So, I'm pretty mommy. I don't want to play with Gopher anymore. I can't blame you. I'm a lot more serious in my gaming than I think a lot of you realize. Probably some people who've played Payday 2 with me have realized once I get into the game, I'm expecting cohesion. I'm expecting team play. I'm expecting certain things. Stick with your team. Don't wander off. You play Left 4 Dead with me, and I mean, I'm not uber serious. I don't get mental. I don't rage. But you know, if you're wandering off sightseeing, you're going to get pulled and tweaked. So Stanley Parable. You think a live stream? You don't think a Let's Play? You don't think a Let's Play? Okay. Streaming. People are saying streaming. Interesting. I would have thought that was a Let's Play, but there you go. I don't know anything about it. Schmiddy will tell you. Schmiddy will tell you. You know, yeah. So, Take Down Red Saber. That was one of the first games I got bought. I've not quite got around to buying this. This got mangled by the reviews, didn't it? Yes, it did. Kerbal Space Program. I don't have it yet, no. Don't stand in front of the sniper. No, don't stand in front of the bloody sniper. If I've got a sniper rifle and there are snipers out there and you've all got bloody assault rifles and the snipers, you want me to shoot the snipers. Don't stand between me and them. Lucky for you, there's no team damage. What was it? Tomb Raider. Somebody bought me Tomb Raider. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret here. I say a little secret. And something that probably going to surprise most gamers. I've never played Tomb Raider. I've never played any of the Tomb Raider games. Ever. There you go. It's better for a stream. Okay, I'll think about that. Tomb Raider. I've never played Tomb Raider. Now, I've never really been a platform gamer, and I know it's not really a platform gamer, although it is kind of. I know it's 3D. But the entire Tomb Raider series never really got to me. It just never appealed to me. But the new Tomb Raider... Okay, I'm going to be totally honest with you. It was partly the nature of Lara Croft. She made me want to snigger. She just didn't look believable. This adventurous woman, she just didn't look, you know. When they did the movie Tomb Raider, they cast, what was it, Angelina Jolie. And she was well cast for it shape-wise, and let's face it, badly cast for it if you wanted someone who actually looked like they could do all those things. But the new Tomb Raider, she actually looks kind of like she could do this. She looks a female Indiana Jones. So I'm thinking about playing this one, streaming it. Tropico 4. Somebody bought me Tropico 4. I have no idea what it is, but I think you play the president of an island. Is it a dictator? You play you play an evil dictator. For some reason, that rather appeals to me. I'm guessing that is a live stream, not a I'm reading the chat. It's getting weird again. Yes, can we stop talking about boobies now? Thank you. Excellent. Well done. So, Tropico equals SimCity clone. Oh, okay, well. Anyway. Reading the chat. Two Worlds. Now, I've played Two Worlds, I believe. It's been a long time, but I think I've played Two Worlds. I'm pretty sure I've played it. I am actually pretty sure I've played it. But I've also got Two Worlds 2 now as well. So that's a possible play right there. So let me know what you think about that. The Walking Dead, one of these ones, I'm a big fan of the TV series and definitely thinking about trying to make time to play through that. Wasteland 2, a game I bought, early access still. Oh, damn. I'm going to wait for it to be out of early access. I really, really am going to wait for early access to be over. I don't want to showcase this game in a state that's not ready for release. So I'm really looking forward to playing this. For those of you that do not know, Wastelands 1 is a very old game, as you can see. If you go and look on the page, it's a very old game, and it is actually the kind of granddaddy of the original Fallout game, in a way. Wasteland 2 is a follow-on from that, but you will see a lot of similarities between Fallout and Wasteland, the sort of world and genre. So, yeah. You really need to consider playing Telltale's The Walking Dead. That is Telltale's The Walking Dead, isn't it? Isn't that Telltale's The Walking Dead? This is Telltale's The Walking Dead, surely. Have I missed something? Black Mesa mod. I've actually got that installed. Yeah, yes. Gopher's not played Papers, Please. No, I'm not, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we've already talked about that, Prince Artemis. Thank you very much for that game. And we've already agreed that Lichtenstein Battle Mage is a game that I should... We think stream. We think we should stream. But not necessarily let's play. I don't actually know. It looks like more of an action game. So I'm guessing it's a stream game rather than a let's play game. But yeah, I've noticed that one. The Witcher Enhanced Version. The Witcher. I have got the Witcher. Now, I played again halfway through and then I can't remember why I got distracted. I was really enjoying it, but it's just one of these games that I got distracted or something came up halfway through and I never got round to going back to it. And by the time I got time, I'd sort of like almost forgotten what was going on. So there's Witcher. I've played half of it. Witcher 2, never even played. Bought it when it came out because I was intending to do 1 and 2. And then Skyrim kind of thumped that in the face a little bit. Basically, that I was just, I bought this. I think I bought it close to when I was when Skyrim came out, or maybe a little after actually. So yeah, forget The Witcher, play Witcher 2. You prefer Dragon Age over The Witcher? No, Dragon Age is an awesome game. I don't know what I would play though. I really don't know what I'd play. Interesting. So, XCOM, Enemy Unknown, obviously. Xenonauts, which is, I believe, supposed to be very similar to the original XCOM. So, that's probably a live stream. That is probably a live stream. Never played Witcher 2 Blasphemy. So there you go. Those are the list of games that I have. I have some games I am looking at buying as well. If you could excuse me a second. Just... Gotta try and find... right, yes. Yeah, Invisible Incorporated. I am thinking of buying Invisible Incorporated. And Divinity Original Sin. That was one of the ones that I have marked. Let me just show you back. There you go. Divinity Original Sin. Everyone told me I should look out for that one. So there's that as well. So there you go. You've now had a tour of all of the games that I have bought or been bought, both on Steam, Origin, and Ubisoft. No, Ubisoft doesn't have anything, so that's fine. So that's a massive list of games, as you can see, and I do not know which game I'm got. Oh, I'll tell you what I do have. I also have Splinter Cell Blacklist, which I got for free, you know, when I bought a graphics card as well. So we should add that to the list of things I might play. My God, that took a long time. That took a bloody long time. That did, didn't it? As you can see, I've actually installed Lich and Battle Mage, ready to go. And Myers Martyr. And Wing Commander 3. Wing Commander 3. I've not played it. Oh, and I've reinstalled Elder Scrolls Online. I've got to go off and sort some guild stuff. I've been a terrible guild master. I'm going to make someone else a guild master because they'd be much better at it than I. So I've reinstalled it and got a recurring account. So there you go. So that's it. We try a Minecraft stream. Believe it or not, never played Minecraft. Lichdom stream after this Patreon stream. Oh no. And I'm if I'm going to play something like a Lichdom stream, it's going to be it'll be one of those ones I announce a few days in advance so people can come and join me. But I also want to get some feedback on these games as to I don't know how I'm going to do this. I might have an awful lot of straw polls for you. And what I will do is I will email a list of them out and add them to this. So, for example, certain games that I should let's play and certain games that I should stream. And I'll see what you guys think. I am curious. Some of these games probably won't work very well for a let's play and would be much better stream. And I would like feedback. Worst Guildmaster ever? Very probably. Guildmaster who uninstalls while still being Guildmaster. Yeah, I never really gave it much thought, Arel. The game did not grab me at all, and I still haven't quite gotten used to the idea of me having this community. So yes, I am a terrible Guildmaster. But apparently ESO has improved. Apparently it's improved, so I should go off and check it. Did he ever release the ESO video he said he would do? Which one? I've released a few. So what would you like to play? Right, things that I would like to play. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I would like to play Witcher 1 and 2 because I've not finished them. I don't know about Dragon Age at all because I've played it so many times. I liked Dragon Age Origins, but I have played it so many times. So I haven't made my mind up whether that's something I want to do. I'm almost certainly going to play Dragon Age Inquisition. But of course, a lot of people are going to want me to play the early ones first, just for some sort of continuity. But I'm guessing most of the people who do probably have played it themselves and know the story. So, again, I haven't decided, but at the moment, Dragon Age Origins, the problem for me is having played it so many times. I have a similar problem in a way with Mass Effect, in that I played Mass Effect 2 7 times, 8 times, something like that. I played it many, many times. But Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 3, I've only played a few times. Actually, that's a lie. Mass Effect 3, I played 6 times. I played every class. Right, there you go. But for some reason, Mass Effect, I think because there's so much DLC for Mass Effect 1 and for 3, I don't mind playing again. I think I'm just in the mood for it. Have I played all 6 Origins in DAO? I've not played all 6, no, but I've played... and in fact, aren't there more than 6, really? For example, I mean, if you play one of the elves, I mean, because you've got all the different races, but you also have different classes. I can't remember exactly how it worked. I played a few, but I think I've played 5 times through, so... Mako hate, yes. Edit out the Mako exploration. Very probably. I always do, don't I? So what else do I fancy playing? Clear Skies, Stalker, definitely want to play Clear Skies. And there are a lot of Skyrim quest mods that I would really like to play. Once I've finished the Richard main story, there are a lot of Skyrim quests, so there is that as well. And there are some new games. Coming out, so who knows? Mass Effect 1 DLC is all free now. Is it just? I should go get that. You rather play games I've never played before. Yeah, blind playthroughs are, you know... Well, they are fun, although I have to tell you now, blind Let's Plays are sometimes some of the most frustrating to do as a video maker. Not because of the games and the video recording, but because the comment section. The comment sections in blind playthroughs really... drag you down. You have to try and avoid going there, partly to avoid spoilers, but mostly to avoid, oh my god, you suck at this game, oh my god, constantly. You know, I did my Let's Play of Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl. I did Master Difficulty. In fact, I made it harder than Master Difficulty because I disabled the mini-map and the sound meter to make life more difficult for myself. People would just, you know, it was only a few people, but they really start getting to you. It's like, oh God, you dread going to look at the comment section. So. Skywind. Oh yeah, when Skywind comes out. But there's a few. There are a few total conversion mods out. Most of them on the ModDB. I can't remember the names. I did some want-to-watch videos. And there are a couple of major conversions that look very, very interesting. So I'll be keeping my eyes open for those as well. Helgen Reborn. Yeah, I think I would like to do that. I've played a lot of the mods in Fallout New Vegas that guy made, so I would definitely like Helgen Reborn. Tell me where they are, I'll take care of them. Yeah, no, half the time with the haters, though, they don't even realise how they sound. Sometimes I think people type things almost in jest, but my God, does it come out badly sometimes. Have I got over 220k subscribers now? My God. Is there anything happening after the Patreon stream? Oh, Lufthansa, yes, that's definitely one of the ones I'm watching out. Is there anything happening after the Patreon stream? Maybe I might play a little Payday. I might actually play some Payday because there's a beta going on. Which For all I know, may end up being permanent. But just in case it's not, I really want to milk the experience because they've changed the way they calculate experience and loot. And at the moment, it's absolutely loot central. It really is. Even some of the missions that didn't used to pay well, like jewelry or diamond store, they're paying. They're paying. You can do them stealth on, say, Overkill or Death. You can make $1 million. Jewelry. You used to make nothing on that. So, yeah. I'm enjoying that game as well. So, any mention of a store being set up. Once I get the website sorted, and I've just got a message from the guy. And we're going to try and get a meeting set up. So I will get the website set up ASAP. I really will. At work, ignoring the job for Gopher. Dear oh dear, I'm going to get you in trouble, aren't I? So, here in America, we pronounce it beta, not beta. This I am aware of. Believe it or not, I have had this conversation a number of times. There is nothing funnier than people coming along to one of my videos going, oh my God, how stupid is this guy? He can't even say beta correctly. Like, okay. Because here's the thing. Being wrong in of itself is not offensive. It's not. We're all wrong. We're all wrong at times. Being smug and insulting whilst being wrong, well, that's just should almost be a crime, really, shouldn't it? Everyone on my friends list looking on to Payday 2. Really, is everyone looking on to Payday 2 because that's how I'm going to play it? Yeah, I want some Payday. I want some serious dosh. Yeah, I don't know if you guys, those of you who've been playing Payday 2, now is the time to get some levels. Definitely. You can get so much money and so much experience so easily. So there you go. Where's Carjo? What about, where's Jazago? Where's Jazago is that's the thing, isn't it? Once again, tell me where they are. Does anyone else find Cupcake a little scary? Just saying. Right, now, it is Tuesday. Wednesday is tomorrow, because that normally happens. And, of course, I will be streaming. I will be streaming tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be streaming. I really want to stream XCOM, because I'm loving that game. But that just drags on too long. And drags on is the wrong word. You know, you start playing XCOM, and suddenly 4 hours have gone. So I don't know what I'll be playing. I might give some thought to playing one of the games we've just mentioned. So keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes out on the Patreon feed and on YouTube. I may put a straw poll up for what to play tomorrow, and I might try something a little different. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, so this has been a bit of a ramble. I'm just sort of showing you the sort of things I'm thinking of doing and trying to get a bit of feedback from you as to what I'm going to be playing, doing, and so on. And mostly just to thank you all for your support. It really has helped. It's helped take a weight off my mind so that I can sort of, just relax and focus on doing what I really, really enjoy doing, which is making the videos. Stream Stanley Parables, someone's screamed. It might be that. Because apparently that's better for streaming. There we go. Big question though, with something like Stanley Parable, is that the sort of thing that after I've streamed it's still worth uploading to the main channel? Because I don't want to spam the main channel with stuff from the live stream. But some things they put on there might be appropriate. If you may ask, which videos bring the most views? Skyrim and Fallout New Vegas Let's Plays, probably of my Let's Plays, definitely. And actually at the moment, believe it or not, probably more than anything else. I mean, my mod organizer videos don't bring in that many views because it's probably a very specialized audience. So the mod organizer videos, if I was to look at this as value of views per hour spent, they're very, very bad value. However, they're videos that I feel I needed to make, that I wanted to make, because they're videos that belong on my channel, if that makes sense. The videos that actually get the most views are very often things like the SKSE video, that tutorial. There are a couple of tutorials that get massive amounts of views. It seems to be something that's very hard to put your finger on. Some of the mod sanctuaries got loads of views, usually ones where the mod author puts the video on the front page. That, believe it or not, that will get you views. If you get your video on the front page of the mod author's page, and there are no other videos, you will get views. If the mod author puts 10 videos on his front page, you won't get any. So there you go. The thing is with me is I don't think I make videos that get lots of views. I just make lots of videos. So I kind of spam my channel, if you think about it. I try to release a video every single solitary day, and now I've got 1,500–2,000 videos. So it's more, it's quantity rather than quality, I'm afraid. That's what it comes down to. So, but yeah, Mod Organizer. People are saying the Mod Organizer videos were helpful, and that was the idea. That was the idea. And I wanted to make the switch myself, or at least I suspected I did. And I thought to myself, right, I'll make a set of videos describing how I do it. I mean, it's obviously, I spent a long time going backwards and forwards getting my game over to Mod Organizer because I was going out of my way to do it wrong, to break everything, and to try lots of different things. So, reading the chat again. Arumba posts a video every 2 hours. Really? 2 hours? I thought I was spamming. Oh my god! Right? No, I don't think that will be happening. So, right? Okay. Well, yeah, my rambling is always quality. I am going to go off now. I'm going to go and check on the kids. I'm actually here alone. I've got the door open, but they've been very, very quiet. They fell asleep pretty easily. I'm going to go and check on them. I'm going to grab myself a snack, and then I'm going to come back and relax, and I'm going to probably play some Payday. So, Ventic, if you're up for doing some serious hardcore stealth, meet you in TeamSpeak. And anyone else, I guess. My guess is there'll be a few volunteers. Thief fail rant greatest ever. Did you like my rant? I don't rant on my channel. I try my best not to rant. Believe it or not, I rant in real life. But I've always tried to keep my channel positive. I literally just couldn't do it for the Thief. I literally could not stay positive, and I tried. My God, I tried to like that game, and my God, I tried to be positive, but it just brought out the inner me. They just rant until you drop side, you know. The side that comes out in Let's Plays when I'm Let's Playing one of my less reputable characters, or when he's having a moment. So I would like to join Payday, but I'm bad at it. No one cares if you're bad at it, mate. No one cares. We're all pretty bad at it, except Ventic. Ventic's the pro. Ventic is the pro. Anyway, guys, I'm going to try and do this again sometime soon-ish. Have a little chat, especially once I've made my mind up as to which games and so on. But maybe we'll try something like a Google Hangout so that the people in Germany can join us, because that would probably be good. And for those of you who want to join, I'll probably stream to Twitch the Payday game. I'll probably switch switch over to Twitch and stream that if you want to watch that. Okay, thank you for joining me. And again, thank you for your support. Much appreciated. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon.